exactly.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm Terry at Holding Your Space, and this is Heather,
Hi,
Indigo
everyone.
Jaguar. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm de-stressing now. Terry, Terry and I, you gotta love time zones, people. Gotta love time zones. Um, this has happened multiple times. With me and other readers, and Terry was saying the same thing.
Yeah.
That 1 hour difference. Getting thrown off, and so we thought we were good. I thought we were doing this at one. She has down for two, and I have my investigative tarot at 2:30. So it's just like you're so gracious, Terry. Thank you so much for going ahead and doing this early now. So I
Of
appreciate you
course.
so much.
No worries at all. No worries at all, honey. And happy birthday.
Thank
So,
you.
today is Heather's birthday, everybody.
Another
So,
year.
I had planned on having a little something here for you to show you, but the kids ate it. So,
Oh,
this morning it was gone.
well, I was telling Terry I was out paying my car. I said, well, I might as well. I have time. Let's get out. Let's pay my car loan. Let's go get something yummy for the birthday. And I stopped in our area. We have Tim Hortons. We call them Timmy Hoes, and they have this really yummy double chocolate donut.
Oh my God.
Chocolate donut with chocolate frosting on it. And for me, that's my sweet tooth. And so I got myself one for a couple actually. For my birthday. So that was my treat. And I was just like, oh, and I'll be home just in time for the show. So
Oh, I love it. I
voila.
love it. Well, good. This works out great. So,
And I've been so looking forward to this. I love reading with you, Terry. I just love your energy.
oh, thank
I
you,
really
honey. I
do.
love reading with you too. It's so nice. It's like old home week.
Yes,
So,
that's
yeah.
definitely how it feels like with you. I can feel relaxed. I can feel calm. Your voice is soothing. Like I was talking to, I had Tanis and Jennifer Tchaikovsky on yesterday, and Jennifer, like some people's voices are just very calming and very soothing, and you just feel very relaxed, and you can just be yourself. And thank you, Teresa. And
Yeah, I'm
so,
just gonna be posting these because everybody's saying happy
yes, so
birthday
people are popping
today.
in. Hi,
Akila,
Akila.
Heather, Michelle,
Thank
Teresa.
you. Oh my goodness.
Oh, and there's the beautiful Jane. The Secret Tarot is
Hi,
here
Jane.
too. Have you ever read with Jane?
Oh yes.
Yeah, because Jane is incredible. I mean, her
Yes.
voice is so calming.
Yes.
She's so
Jane,
kind-hearted.
um, Miss Tarot D is also very soothing.
Yeah, I love Miss
Um,
Tarot G.
there are just some that you can just sit there oh, Rain, spiritual Rain. She has a very calming and very relaxing voice. A very motherly, very Empress. There we go. Very Empress
Oh,
energy.
I love
So
that.
most definitely.
I love that.
And I'm
Yeah.
so jealous. Your hair is gorgeous.
Oh, you're so sweet. I just brushed it. I can't believe I went on like I did this morning.
Yeah.
So I couldn't find my hairbrush, and I was
I know
just
I,
like,
I hate missing your morning meditations, but I'm asleep at that time. I
it's
usually don't get
tough.
my start to around 9 or 10 o'clock. So yeah, but
Yeah, yeah.
every
And
now and then I can make it. So and then it's just like, okay, let's go back to bed. Her voice is so calming and so soothing, and so yeah,
well, then that's what you're meant to do is sleep
yeah.
for your body.
Hey,
Hey,
Roy
little
girl,
girl. Oh,
thank you.
that's
Yeah,
so
I did a
sweet.
live pop up live last night. I was so inspired after I was watching, and I can't, who was I watching? I was watching somebody, and it was just like I just got inspired, and I was like, oh, let's do a pop up. I got a new Lenormand deck in the mail through Amazon, and I wanted to share that, and everybody was popping in, and we were having a very interesting conversation, talking about music and Depeche Mode and all the
Oh my
80s
God, I love them.
stuff. Yes. And their new album that came out this year is really cool. Even though they lost their other member last year, they still finished the album and it's still classic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so
I I always loved them. They were
The
amazing.
Cure. I was listening to my 80s playlist as I'm driving around today. I'm taking like the long way around so that,
Yeah.
I could sit in my car. Because for me, as long as, I deal with the people who don't know how to drive and shouldn't be being behind a wheel. But for me, I love to drive. And so I had my 80s playlist going, listening to my, Cure, my Depeche Mode, my psychedelic furs, my
Oh my God.
go-go's,
It's a
yeah, I was
lace,
enjoying
but
it.
I'm trying to see
Yes.
everybody.
Yeah.
God, there's somebody else. Who are those guys? Wham was really good.
Wham, and I still love Aha. They're still putting beautiful music out after
Yeah.
all these years, and they are on my playlist, and it's just like wow, another year. And it's so interesting. It didn't hit me until yesterday. My life path number is an 8, and now I'm 53. 53 is an 8, so hopefully this will be my year.
Oh,
You
this is
know.
going to be your year. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. I think so. Um, I think it's going to be special. Do you want me to do a reading on it?
Oh, I would love a reading from you, Terry. I have lots of cards that said, bring me because I know we were going to do some readings for people, and it was just like it was crazy. I was like, okay, I'm reading with Terry, and then this deck wanted to come out, and then that deck wanted to come out, and then this deck wanted to come out.
Oh, and there's lots of readers here. So anybody that wants
Yeah.
to, let's do a quick read for Heather for her birthday.
And
So,
I've got my phone off to the side so that I don't cause any echo, so I won't be able to. Oh, actually, wait, maybe I can still do this here. That way I can. Oh, I'm being hit with voice messages too. Oh, popular girl today.
yay.
Oh, there's Hershey. Hi, Hershey. I can't get to your voice message, dear, because I'm here. But we're all good. We're still going on at 2:30. So Terry was very gracious, as always.
Well, it works out really well for me, actually, because I had stuff to do. And like I said, why do we not listen to our intuition some days? Like the last 2 days, something was telling me, call her up and ask her if she wants to do an earlier reading because I didn't know why, but Spirit kept saying, text her. And I was like, oh, I don't want to bother her. It's her birthday. She's all planned out. And,
oh, you can bother me. No problem.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah, you share it with
Rossi.
Rossi's
Birthday with Rossi's brother. So happy birthday to your brother, Rossi.
Oh, hi, Jean.
Hi, Jean, and thank you for the beautiful birthday wish on Facebook too. I appreciate that. Yeah. That one day a year, and you're like, made it. And actually, I can officially say now I am 53 because I was born at 120 and we're at 125. So I'm officially now 53. My mom used to always say, is that your birthday until it's 1:20 in the afternoon?
Oh, like, that's sweet. I had a girlfriend that used to always age me up. Like, you're 30. I'm like, I won't be 30 for 5 days. What are you talking about?
It's like once I get halfway through the year, it's like, yeah, I'm that age already. Because it's basically when you're a December baby, you're pretty much the next year because it's like the next month is the new year. So halfway through that 1 year, it's like, yeah, you can say I'm 53 now, but officially.
Wow. Okay, these are amazing cards. So I picked from 3 different piles here. A metamorphosis. So you are coming into your power right now. You're blooming, you're blossoming. It's like you've been kind of asleep, waiting for your ship to come in, or waiting for your power to come in, or yeah. Okay.
And the ship too.
And then what else do we get? Power. So there she is, the angel of power. So also with that breath work, sometimes that's letting go of old things and blowing it out, or we were talking about it in meditation this morning. A big thing with shamanic healing and Buddhist healing and things like that is spitting. So don't be afraid to spit. That's what was guided to us in this morning's.
But no, I really love deep breathing. So yes, deep breathing is great for at any time, and it's nice to be reminded too to breathe, because sometimes we hold our breath for a while, we don't realize it, and just to have that, it makes a difference. It really does.
Yeah, it causes inflammation, doesn't it? It gets trapped in your psoas, in your fight or flight response, and we can hold that for generations. I mean, and also for ancestors, our ancestral karma. And then you get the miracle of Isis. So this says, sorry, there's a good picture of her. Isis offers a miracle healing, no matter how much you've struggled with a particular matter. no matter how impossible it may seem to imagine your life with this old wound, problem, relationship issue, or inner struggle being a part of it. You
Mm.
are guided now to accept the possibility of miraculous healing. Let go and let Goddess be.
Oh, that's
So
beautiful.
that is,
I love
it
that.
is really lovely. And I think all of us have, I think we should all take this card today because I think
Hmm.
all of us have been going through
Oh yes,
something like
definitely
this.
on my end. Hmm.
Yeah, well, it's,
I was updating people last night on my live that know what's been going on here, and it's just been extremely stressful. But yeah, time to let go. Yeah,
yeah,
time for
yeah.
new. And Jackie, I love you. I wish I was 40 again. I know what I know now. That old saying. Boy, does that hold true.
Right? Yeah, yeah, it really does. So, hi, Jackie. Good to see you. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do some readings. If anybody wants a reading, let us know. But so, how have goddesses and archetypes, or what is this show? Archetype? No, it's
Oh, uh,
oracles and goddesses.
something. Yeah, angels, goddesses, divine feminine. For I don't for me, I'm such a proponent for because being raised Catholic, the only really
On that.
strong female archetype that I always had growing up was Mary, and she's followed me through the transition of going into a different spirituality, and I just I have this thing, and I try not to have this thing,
Hmm.
but even since the 60s, 70s, and 80s with, goddess worship and divine feminine um, constantly gaining momentum and increasing. There's still a lot of shows that I see and a lot of programs on YouTube that are metaphysical and woo, but they still always keep mentioning the male ascended masters, male gurus, male patriarchal gods, and I'm just like, we why are we not mentioning more the divine feminine? You're lucky if you hear someone bring up, Mary Magdalene, but it's like, what about Mother Mary? She's powerful in her own right too. And I think it's because being a lot of us being raised Catholic or seeing how Mary is presented um, through the Bible and through Christian belief as being very homely, calmly, kind of just like, you know, it just seems for me that because, Mary Magdalene represents sexuality and the connection with Yeshua or Jesus, how you want to call him, um, you know, they always put her more in the spotlight because Mary's just like this. She's meek, she's subservient. And I'm like, oh, hell no. You know, it's like, people don't realize at the time of her pregnancy, there was such upheaval going on. Well, when is there not upheaval going on in the Middle East? But back then, that was a dangerous time, especially can you imagine being, a mother, it's not having birth yet and knowing that people are coming after you? They're looking to, not trying to make this dark, but I'm just saying with the political and the spiritual, um, violence and issues in their area and in her time, that was strength. That took a pregnant woman traveling, you know, knowing that at any minute, her life was at stake, her child's life was at stake, but still having that strength, that courage to to be able to do this. And there's just so much more that we don't know about, really. And so I just feel like even to up to this day, there is still not a really true embrace with the divine feminine and the ascended masters when it comes to the feminine. And I, don't want to come across as sounding like, I'm a male hater or, I'm against the divine masculine. But we really need to start bringing forward more of the divine feminine to still balance this out. So that's why I wanted to talk about goddesses. I want to start doing that more on my channel, is because, their voice is powerful too. For every time, someone mentions Buddha or um, mentions, Vishnu or what I want to say, hey, let's bring a goddess that maybe some of us have never heard of before or don't realize really the impact. Suppressed stories, yes, exactly, Teresa.
Yeah.
So though we're in this enlightenment, a lot of these, even not to I'm not knocking anybody who's Buddhist or studies the other patriarchal religions, but there really are a lot of powerful females that you do not hear about, and I would love for those to start being brought into the circle,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's why one of the things I love about you and your channel is that you do the archetypes. You've been doing them with Allie and bringing up and looking at archetypes. And like the one day with Medusa, you're talking about Medusa and how it was written that, she was, blamed for being assaulted. Boy, does that still go on today? That mythology was probably rewritten by a man as well, because you can see the continuation of the male centered, the male minded, or the patriarchal thought patterns of
Right.
writing, and
Yeah.
it's
After she,
just,
yeah, she was the most beautiful priestess, and then
yes,
she was raped, and they said she was a monster.
yeah.
It
And
was
they
just,
blamed her. And
yeah,
I doubt that's what, you know what I mean? But there's those stories. They're like, well, this is your gods, this is your mythology. And I'm like, no, this was written after the fact by,
yeah, yeah,
men predominantly. Because, yeah. But what's sad too is that these mythologies are still being carried out today. Because if you see, I don't watch, TV and all this reality stuff, but there's so many reality shows that are pitting women against each other. You're beautiful. Oh, you're a biatch, or if you want this, you got, and it's like it's constantly women trying to steal their power from each other. And when something happens good to one person, then let's do something awful to bring them down instead of supporting and encouraging and empowering. We're still, our society are encouraging women to fight each other, and to keep that stigma, that behavior, that mindset, you know. I
right,
hope
yeah.
I did not go off on a tangent here, but it's just like,
No, no, it's good. It's your birthday too. We can cry if you want us to.
I don't want anybody to cry, but it's
No,
just,
but it is so true. It is so true. We do. The victim is always blamed.
hmm
Currently, with especially with sexual trauma, and we are, still second rate citizens sometimes. So
yeah,
yeah, as women, but changes are coming,
yes,
and that's
just
part
wish
of
they would
this
go a little bit
chaos right
faster.
now. Yeah, well, it's part of the chaos that's going on right now on the planet and the upheaval, both with climate change and earthquakes and tsunamis and things, and
Yeah,
with everything else. But it's big media, big pharma. They're
yep,
on their way out and they're scared.
the
So
herd.
yes, exactly, Teresa. The oppressed, fighting for scraps. Yeah.
hmm
So hi, Teresa Baltazar. I want to say hi to
Yeah, I
Teresa
saw
and
Teresa. Thank you for
Sherry.
the birthday wish.
Oh,
There is a place
yeah.
for everybody, and that's why I just wish the young women today would just take a stop and look how they're being played emotionally, mentally, spiritually,
You know,
physically.
yeah.
Um,
So my daughter's 24, and I see so many in her generation that are not playing the game, and they know. I think the media shows us what they're doing, but that's not it. They know what's going on. They're not falling for it. So they're not watching the TV. They're not getting all excited about everything. They're in their own power.
and I just pulled
Um,
this, and we're in the season of miracles, and I got from my Mother Mary deck, Oracle deck, Our Lady of Manifest Miracles. So this is the time, really to start manifesting those miracles. This is miracle season. It's that time of year where even when things seem to be sometimes at their darkest or their lowest. And a lot too because of, media saying, this is on sale, you should buy this, oh, get this for your husband, get this for your kid, you have to have this, get your wife this brand new car. I mean, everywhere you go, you're getting inundated with buy. And for, a lot of people, that that's just not possible, and so that brings their energy down. But at the same time, there's that sense of miracle of really remembering what the season is about being rebirthed, about being grateful for what you have. Our early, ancestors, Yule was the night where, the sun was reborn the next morning, and they knew that that was their gratitude, that was their gift, that was their miracle, knowing that, we made it through the longest night, it's only downhill now into spring, and being able to celebrate and to be able to bring what little that they had, to the village or to, for celebrations for food. And so I think remembering that energy, that those memories that I think we really hold, sometimes we don't know where they come from. And it's like, I think it's in our DNA, the memories of our ancestors. And when
Oh,
certain things.
completely. Our epigenetics. Yeah.
Yep, and we feel those. We can sense that miracle that time, um, and then too the Holy Grail.
Wow.
Stop the endless searching. There's the inner quest. It's all within yourself, the inner feminine, the inner guidance. So, yeah, I just wanted to pull a couple of cards for the collective before we did any personal. Society vomiting up. Yep, perfect image. Mhm.
Yeah. Here comes the sun. I say it's all
Yes,
right. I
yeah.
love that song. Definitely, Teresa. Yeah. Yeah. There's there's so much changing right now.
Ooh.
I do feel like we're getting out of Kali Yuga, and I love Kali. Go ahead. What
and
is
and
that?
this just jumped right out, it just flew right out, talking about the sacred masculine. So yes, this is a reminder, yes, the masculine is sacred, yes, I do know that, but it's beautiful because it's time to protect and to bring her into the middle and to encourage her, and to heal her and to protect and to support and allow her to birth her truth, her authenticity, and
Um,
her divine feminine. Yeah.
yeah, and I do feel like I love that card because I do feel like the divine masculine has come in to help with this, and he is holding space for the divine mother as she births this new yuga, this new time and history for the planet.
And I know that you've been talking about, and so has Valerie from Illumination Portal, talking about this blue light that's coming in. And this past week, I've had a couple of really interesting dreams. You've seen videos or pictures when the light hits snow just right. You have that beautiful like Larimar blue with the white marbling in it, and you have that beautiful glow, that bluish white glow. I had a
Hmm.
dream about a week ago of a statue or of a form. I couldn't quite make. I felt like it was maybe a feminine, just because it was very curvaceous. And just remember dreaming about that. When I woke up, I was like, "Wow, what was that?" And then a couple of nights ago, I had a dream about a boat being on this tiny little sandbar. And I could see strewn around the boat these little bluish white lights. And I'm like, there's that blue white light again. So
Yeah,
do you think that's a connection to this blue light that everybody keeps talking about?
100%. Yeah, there are holes in the veil. Okay, so there's the veil between 3D and 5D,
Hmm.
or between what's out there and what's here, what we perceive to be here, because there is no time or space. But when we come to this three density planet, we have to be in that veil to be able to stay here. That's why so many of us either um, might have issues with chemical dependence, or all sorts of different things, eating, whatever. But it's hard to stay on this planet. We're very sensitive, and it's very hard for us. But now we're coming into our golden time. So it's going to be a beautiful time. But you'll see holes in the veil now. And you'll see that, like, like your screen behind you right now.
I
Looks
was just looking at going, that's exactly that
yeah,
bluish white light that was on this boat. It was a
yeah,
really weird dream. It
yeah.
really,
And
really
I
was.
I call that diamond light because diamond sutra in Buddhism or Hinduism is kind of when you go out into the desert and you're just bam, you get
Mm,
it.
I like that. Bam.
Yep, you get the bam.
When you
But
said diamond light, I got that song in my head. Diamond girl, do do,
oh my
where
God, is it
you
Christopher
shine,
Croft?
do do. Yep.
Yep,
I have a playlist for all that music.
yep,
Um,
music.
and yes, I also got immerse yourself, training, learning new hobbies and passions. So whatever it is, there's that beautiful knowledge, and I love how she puts it on. They hold it on top of her head because it's us opening up our knowledge, our third eyes, our intuition, and allowing that guidance and learning from our higher selves, our higher power, and our spiritual guides coming through into that, inspiring us. And this is one of my favorite cards from this deck. I love the water codes. And like we were
Oh, I
saying,
just got those.
yes, I when I saw this deck come out, it was like, oh my god, I have to have it. I have to have it. I
I
just absolutely
love
love the
that.
water codes one. And then, like you're saying, ride the waves, let it go. Life
Yeah,
lessons, you'll get through this. So just
yeah,
beautiful. Ride that wave, claim that wave. You
yeah.
know,
I love what Warrior Girl says. The veil has lifted and we're in the 5D. It's just fluctuating at the
at the
moment.
moment.
100%. Yeah.
And I also got the
Yes.
elder cards, acknowledging our elders, even the ones in nature, the animal spirits, remembering to pray, the prayer feathers, sending your messages with the ribbons, feathers, tying them to a tree, and letting the wind carry them, to Great Spirit and Spirit Keeper of the South. That beautiful sun I know it's going into winter, and this is, the card for summer. But again, there's that sun coming through for Yule, the rebirth of the sun after the longest night of the year. So
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
cards were all yelling at me. They wanted me to come at least shuffle them once and share messages with them. So
I love it. Warrior Girl, I didn't know you were a mod on Nancy Rebecca's YouTube channel. Good for you. She's amazing. I'm glad that she's seen that because I feel like we've been talking about this blue energy for a long time. And I was associating it with Our Lady of Guadalupe and her blue veil of serenity coming in for us. And we've been seeing this light come in of serenity for us. And it's so beautiful that people around the world are seeing it. And we're all talking about the heart chakra, how important that is
mhm.
right now, opening our heart chakra. So,
I have a book. Oh, please let this be it. Yes. People know the author Clarissa Pinkola Estes, who did Women Who Run with the Wolves.
yeah, I love
She
her.
actually redid and revisited Mary.
Oh, I love it. Our
And it's
Lady of
called
Guadalupe.
Untie the Strong Woman. And she
Ooh, girl.
shares the stories from modern times, from past into modern times, showing, like, again, that she wasn't weak. She was a strong woman. She was a priestess. Well,
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel that she was a priestess back in the day.
Oh, yes.
And
Had the same um, energy as Jesus.
there's another author. Her name is Marguerite Mary Riglioso, and I don't quite know if I follow along with this, but it's very interesting. Um, her it's the ability for women, especially in the past, who through priestesshood and learning how to move their kundalini and how to move and connect with spirit, that they were able to self impregnate. They were able to induce the separation of the eggs and to be able to have a child. And she feels that Mary was a part of that tradition back in the day of priestesses being able to do this. And she wrote a book about it. I still
That's
haven't gone through it
cool.
because I'm still kind of not sure, but it's a very fascinating, concept to think about, because there are some animals that can do it. There are some mammals that can, you know, do a self birth, and so her concept, her way of thinking was that women have learned to be able to harness the power of their bodies and how they create. And like with wolves, a lot of people don't realize that a mother wolf a female can decide how many cubs she's going to have by knowing what, they can tell that what's going to, if there's enough abundance, enough, prey for them to be able to, for her to be able to sustain how many pups to bring into the world. And so they have that power over their bodies to choose when and how many they bring into this world. And again, there's that underlying theme that's still in, um, hmm that still
Yeah.
carries through.
Yeah.
I like Lisa. I like Teresa.
Everybody's in on it now. Um, Sheridan, Mother Mary is actually the Holy Spirit from your understanding.
Wow,
Interesting.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah. And I feel like everybody talks about the golden heart of Jesus, but I feel like that golden heart is also that Christ consciousness is also Mary.
hmm
That Mary
Well,
has,
without her, you couldn't have him.
yeah.
Just saying.
Right.
Just
Right.
saying.
Hey, Seascape. Hey, Sal. How you doing?
No, hello everybody.
All right, I'll pull a couple of cards for the group, and then we'll get into
I know
personal reading.
Erin asked a question up. She felt bad because she did do it in caps.
No, I've got it starred.
Okay.
I was just going to do the group read.
Yep. Let's see what you
So,
get.
yeah. So I get truth and integrity. So here we are coming in, knowing our truth and our integrity. So being your authentic self is so important right now, and knowing what you're joyful for, because I feel like that's what's going to keep our vibration high. Also, living in grace and gratitude for everything that we have, and stepping into our power. So there's going to be something with this blue light, well, with anything, but with 5D, as we start to step up and into it, and knowing with our heart who we are and what we are, and that includes manifesting, and then being playful with it. Joy and wonder, joy and wonder. That's what it's
Yep.
all
Time of
about.
season. Yep. Bring that inner child out.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what keeps your energy and whatnot high too, because there's going to be a lot of chaos on the planet coming in. So, um,
There
and
already is. It's like no more. How much more
yeah,
can this
yeah. So watch what you're
give and
listening
take?
to. Be careful,
Yeah.
right? Lots of
hmm
water, drinking lots of water, and
Yep.
just
I
keeping
drink.
our spirits high. Acknowledge what's happening. Yeah,
Yes.
and letting our voice be heard. Amen. Yeah, get
hmm
loud, right,
And
Jeff?
those dogs. Yep. Tyler sharing his wisdom. I love it.
Tyler is
And I
always
saw him for the first time in one of your I don't know if it was one of your shorts that you did or I typed in. I'm like, oh, there's Tyler. He's so beautiful, Terry. Oh
thinks
my
he's
God,
so
he's so
sweet.
beautiful.
He is so sweet.
And I love
Yeah,
what Warrior Girl put up there too. Yep.
yeah, Mother Mary and her mama Ona. The church changed her name to Anna because Ona wasn't Christian
Yeah.
enough.
And Mary is an English name. Mary's name is really Mariam or
Oh,
Miriam. And so yes, that's the Mary is
oh,
the English version, but Mariam or Miriam. So they're
yeah,
different certain pronunciations. Yes, I'm
yeah.
getting tingles all about it. Just thinking about her.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's do some
Hi,
readings here.
Sonia. Yep.
Hey, Sonia, how are you? What's Teresa say? As manifestation becomes faster. Yeah. People will learn that thoughts
Mm-hmm.
and prayers to plant the seeds of what you want, not the fear.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well. Okay.
And they've had us living in fear for a long time. Oh my God.
I
How
was
big
wondering when he was going to
are
want
they?
to come up, so that everybody knows that this is Mozzie. This is one of my babies,
Oh my God. So
my little
cute.
Black Panther. Yep.
Wow. And they're big, aren't they?
He is. Oh my God! When we changed their food this summer, um, it just he just filled right out. I mean, this cat is like 12 or 13 years old, and now he looks, feels, and plays like he's only a couple of years old. So, food really does make a difference. I just wish it was so expensive, but um, it helps him. It helps my 15-year-old. I have a lawn hair Ziva. He's the one that likes to come on and do the the shows and pulls a few cards with Mama. So
Oh, what beautiful eyes.
yes, so after a while though, if he's not getting enough attention, he takes his claw, and that's when he gets down, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So
yeah, yeah.
Michelle, hello Michelle. I'm gonna pull up my color cards. You want to pull a card from Michelle with me? Okay. So Mozzie's going to help me with this one.
Yeah, what do you feed them? Teresa and I both want to know.
Well, because Ziva had a problem with her intestine, we get the Royal Canin gastrointestinal, and he just absolutely loves the food. I think that one you can only get at vets, and one bag is like $70. I'm going to constantly be in debt now because
Wow.
I have to charge it every like month and a half, you know. But it's just
Yeah.
really, and we also give them, and this is something that if anybody does animal rescue, like especially with cats and kittens. I didn't know this until he had to lose his teeth last year. And human baby food, turkey, the chicken, the beef, that is super high in protein. And animal rescues give that to the cats. Um, and I was recommended because Mozzie couldn't chew anything hard for a while till his gums healed. They still have it. We get one little tiny baby jar, we split it in half and they get half of it between the two of them in the morning. They lap it right up. They love it. And then they get the other half at night and then a little bit of hard food during the day. But it's so high in protein that it really helped also with their coats. They're more soft, lush. Ziva, even though she's older, she's going to be thin now because of her age, but her coat's very silky, very smooth. So, yeah.
Yeah. Great. Great. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay, thank you, Janet. I'll look into Chewy. I'm not sure if this one particular brand you can get through. I think it's really a special one. It's gastrointestinal. So, but I'll look into it. Thank you for letting me know about Chewy.
Yeah. Yeah. And Sheridan says, in numerology, people with the life path number 8 are usually
Really?
associated with being natural and prolific leaders. I wanted to say readers, but same thing, right?
I've done a few. I've done a few things here and there that require that, and so yeah, it just.
Management skills. Yeah,
Mm.
always up to achieving something great, especially when involved in financial or business matters. I
Oh,
love that.
financial. That's where I'm struggling. There, that must be where the Saturn comes in and throws everything up in the air. Like, what? Really?
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Rossi used to work for Chewy or with Chewy.
Oh, wow. Did
Okay.
you hear that?
Oh, Fatima, you didn't have the wrong time. Honey. We did.
Yeah.
The Earth did. No time or space today. Okay, so we're doing Michelle.
And I have new cards for
Sorry, we lost.
Michelle.
Nay, there we
Okay,
go.
so Michelle, I have green. I have revitalized your nervous system. So getting now that I don't know where you live, Michelle, but because we got winter coming in, some places don't have as much being able to go outside with the weather, but it's good to go into nature, get to that sun, um, get a lot of that vitamin D and stuff into your body, into your system. Green is also one of the colors of your heart chakra. So just really learning to take time, getting grounded. And when I say getting grounded, I just looked down at the next card and I got Auburn, which is ground yourself. So I'm getting a lot of earth for you. So being able to get outside, get some fresh air, be able to meditate, especially during this season. Greens too could very well be also maybe getting some certain green vegetables in a diet. Green also wearing the color of green, um, like scarves and clothes and things also helps elevate the vibration of those colors to affect our auras and our subtle bodies that we have. Um, so yeah, just get really grounded, get out to earth. And then the last one I have pink, let
Mhm.
love in. So you have two, you start with and you end with two of the colors for your heart chakra. So making sure to and this is usually when I do like general readings, it really resonates for everybody. Just being sure that you're grounded during this season, that you are keeping yourself, like you said, hydrated, eating properly, getting enough sleep, eating your vegetables,
Right.
because this is a very stressful time. We're eating and drinking and indulging a lot this time of year, and sometimes that energy gets away, and we give so much of ourselves to others that we don't give ourselves enough of that self time and that love. So those are my cards. That's our cards for you,
I
huh?
love that you have the green and the pink because so do I.
There's the pink. Yay!
So I get this is your springtime and of your life, Michelle. So going into spring, you're blossoming,
Northeast Ohio.
definitely. So and you're kind of just floating with it too. It's like your feet don't really need to touch the ground right now. So you've got a big whoosh of energy coming in with that. You've also got the green coming in, so the serenity. Um, so and we've been talking a lot about working with the heart chakra and going in through the back of the heart chakra with that rose quartz, that pink color. And that does bring serenity in and more blossoms. So
Oh,
whatever you're doing,
those
you're doing
beautiful
amazingly.
cards.
Yeah, yeah. Really beautiful. And they work so well with your cards too.
Hmm.
That was amazing.
Another reason why I like read with certain readers like you, because you get similar, so you know you're on that same energy level.
Yeah,
Same
yeah,
hit level.
definitely. All right. Now we've got Rossi, a reading from the angels and goddesses.
We'll see that you said specifically goddesses. Let's grab out the goddess
Yeah,
oracle.
I'm looking for my goddess cards and now I can't find them. And I know I was doing this. Oh, it's all right because I have these here. I like my, I used to have a beautiful set of Doreen Virtue goddess
Mm.
cards, and they're not in print anymore, and they're kind of hard to find. And um, I had found them, and my daughter took them to India with her, and got caught there during the pandemic, and they wound up not making it back. But
Ah. I like these.
yeah,
I'm keeping them.
yeah. But I do love. I love her old cards. I know she's no longer doing it. Yeah, I've got you, Sonia. I have you
Yeah.
posted
So
there.
just so that everybody knows, I do have a show at 2:30 with Hershey and with Jackie's Crystal Moon. So I can hang out with y'all till about 2:15 if that's okay, Terry.
Yeah, of course, of course. Yeah,
Okay.
I've
And
got 15
Rossi.
more
Oh,
minutes.
so Rossi, I have Metis, the goddess Metis, and she's about wisdom. And I love how the message of wisdom goes into the next card, which is the goddess Mama Kia, the moon. So your message is start tapping into your higher wisdom, your higher self, your higher consciousness. Tap into that divine feminine, um, and embrace the wisdom that is shared. This is also embracing wisdom that is shared to you, um, from your ancestors as well. So your animal guides, your angels, and some people, their other names for angels are similar. Dakinis just came into my mind. They're a part of like the angelic realm. So connecting with your spirit team, your higher self, and just being open to their wisdom and developing your intuition. And I absolutely just love the colors of this card. This is beautiful. I
I
don't
love
pull this
her.
deck out too
Yeah,
often,
she's
but
one of my favorites.
the moon. So yes, start tapping into that divine feminine, your intuition, your female spirit guides, and allow that wisdom to come through, and um, and to trust it. That's
Beautiful,
that's the word, to
beautiful.
trust. Mm-hmm.
So I get on your Isis card, your goddess card, I get the dark mysteries coming in, Rossi. The dark goddess calls you to her inner chamber where she holds a test and a gift for you. The test is your willingness to meet and release the fears within that have been secretly holding you back. The gift is freedom, peace, opportunity, and prosperity in all forms. Will you accept her call? Your time for deeper initiation is here. So I think this is for everyone here. And this
Mhm.
is definitely astrologically the time of letting go. And because we have, we need to let go of anything old. And you think, you know, you've had these effing growth opportunities, I call them FGOs, throughout your life. And you think, oh,
Like,
well, I went through that, I'm healed. But in times of great growth, we find out that there's little pieces of those that we still have left over
mhm.
that we can use because you're coming into summertime, honey. So you're ready to go with the
I'm
flow and
Katie
swim
with a
in that
fishy
blue
tail.
water. Yeah, yeah. You're getting ready to go into that blue light and work with it. So this is all about your growth. It's beautiful.
Mhm.
Beautiful cards,
I've been
Rossi.
seeing some readings here and there that Rossi's getting, and it's the same messages that she keeps getting from us other readers. Trusting in your abilities, trusting your intuition, and not being afraid of being who you are and embracing who you are.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Teresa Ford. Can I have a reading on how to access my gifts? They seem just out of reach.
Let's go to you.
Well, Tyler's got something to say about that one.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay. You want to stay on mommy's lap, you gotta sit still. Yes, you do. I just love how Rossi's cat looks almost like my Mozzie. Ah, yeah.
Right? Yeah, she has a beautiful cat. Um,
Okay.
are you ready or you want me to go? I can.
Um, no, go ahead.
Okay.
Gives me a moment to contemplate here.
Okay. So they're showing me a vision of you, Teresa, and you're standing and you're wearing a box instead of a skirt. So your legs are outside the box and your upper portion is outside the box. But like, say your psoas or your root chakra is still in that box, and they're asking you to think outside the box for what you want to do. I mean, you're so gifted. You give everybody the best advice. You're so intuitive. You always have the wittiest comments. Like I'll talk for half an hour and you'll say it in one syllable. And I'm like, okay. So, so they're wanting you to think outside the box. You've got this. It's all you own it already. You just need to think outside the box, bring in your imagination of how you're going to do it. And they're talking about getting outside the box, but having fun with it. So whatever you have fun with when you're outside the box, whether it's writing, dancing, um, but they're also saying it's coming in. It's being downloaded as we speak. So,
Wow.
okay.
Okay. So, Teresa, I have Planetary Wave, and it's soul mission and trusting the inner call and your soul team. So your spiritual team, your soul team is telling you that they are there for you to call upon, to help you with what it is that you want to learn. Access your gifts. Call on your soul team. Um, Release the past. If you've had maybe difficulties in the past, or you feel like you're struggling, and you don't feel like you're learning fast enough or accessing fast enough, let it go. Forgive and soften and move forward. So it's willing to let go, ask your guides, I need help. I let go of how fast I'm going to learn or what I think I'm going to learn. I give that to you. I also have the ripple effect. And when you start doing that, the ripples will create more and more. So the more you reach out to your guides, the more that you let go and allow things to flow naturally, it picks up, it ripples out, and it has an effect. You'll connect more, you'll start to resonate more, you'll start to have a clear connection to what it is. And it's so like I just saw, and right now I'm seeing is that little diamond light. So I feel like you're looking up at the stars, or there's one specific star. I don't know if this is the star that everybody's talking about, but I learned a long time ago, I can't remember where, but we all have a star in the sky that we feel drawn to or resonated to. That's kind of like our guardian star, our guiding star. And in the galaxy that could very well represent that star. And I want to pull one more card from another deck that called to me, and the card is mindfulness. And so there's still the representation of the water in there. Be mindful, and it says to manage your mind when we direct our thoughts and words towards the outcome we most desire, we ignite grace. So there again, you've already acknowledged that you want to connect. You've acknowledged that you want to start receiving more and want to start developing more. And now it's just, being mindful of letting that go, giving it to your higher self and your guides, and just allowing things to flow and ripple out on its own in its own natural course.
Yeah. Everybody loves those cards, how they connect to her.
Yep. My favorites.
Okay, Aaron. Question I'd like to call into my life. A heavenly higher up to dissolve my interior inferior feelings. Oh, amen, sister.
So I don't know how this is a question, because it sounds like you're doing this. To
Yeah.
me, this is an I am statement, and whenever you put after I am, make sure that it's the right words, because the I am is extremely powerful. And this, I like to call, to me, that's still I am calling into my life a higher power to help me dissolve my inner inferior feelings. You already started it, girl. You're taking the power in your own hands and doing it. We all have the power to take it into our hands and to manifest what it is and to improve what it is that we want to do. And with acknowledging that, you're already openly acknowledging to the universe that this is what you want to do. This is what you are going to do and what you have started to do. So that I am, I'll definitely pull a couple cards, but in this is, to me, this is a statement saying that, girl, you're taking back your power already.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just pull one card if you can. We can get Sonia too.
I'm just going to.
And I get that you're getting a revelation, Aaron. So, everything's there. And they were showing me like different streams of consciousness, different streams of gifts, and that it's all there. You just need to tap into it. And tapping into it is going to be, are you keeping a dream journal? Because it might be coming in the dreams, but it's being downloaded to you. Everybody's getting these downloads right now.
And Aaron, I pulled from the Rose Oracle, and it says, attracting like a rose, receive abundance, desire. And it says, come to me. So again, this is you saying to the universe, come to me. I would like to dissolve, the things within myself. I don't necessarily dissolve, but to work through, to embrace, to honor, because those things that we want to dissolve are there to teach us. They're great teachers. So to embrace, to honor, and to work through. And you are attracting like a rose when you blossom, and you release that pollen. The butterflies, the bees, they all come. So you are blossoming. You are already calling that power to you.
She wants to know who is coming in to help. It's you, honey. It's your higher self. You're a goddess already. You're a divine being. Angels, we're all in the same realm as angels. We are divine light. We're not lower. We're not higher. There's no judgment. There's no hierarchy. You are a divine light, and you're the one that's coming in to help. After you feel fear about something inside, replace that with curiosity. Like, why am I feeling this fear? This is interesting. Let me think about this. What is this coming from? Because in your brain, fear and curiosity cannot live at the same time. They're different parts of the brain. Okay, and then we're going to squeeze. Oh, nope. Yeah, downloads are coming to everybody for sure. Sonia, we're getting you in there, and you go at 1:15, so you go first, and then I'll close it out.
All right, so Sonia, she wants a goddess card. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So Beard Reed Goddess. I found another deck on Etsy. Oh my god, they're gorgeous. So that's the thing about Etsy. You see all these beautiful indie decks, and it's just like, oh, $60. Ooh, maybe I should wait till maybe I get a coupon or something. But there's so much beautiful cards and creators that are on Etsy, and there's a beautiful goddess one that just came out, and oh my god,
Yeah.
it just calls beautiful. Ooh, okay. So this is a popular theme today with the water. Making sure we are drinking enough water. We are hydrating. We are taking care of our bodies. We are getting enough sleep when we can. Eating properly. I have Mama Kosha. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. Or yeah, or Keisha. Water, and she's also with the water, the intuition, the moon. Then I got Kuan Yin, compassion. So water, compassion, and what just came to my mind is with that water codes card. People don't realize. I can never pronounce his name right, but Mr. Emoto passed away a few years ago. But he did the codes of being able to put thoughts and words into
Oh, yeah.
water and creating the beautiful crystalline structure that's represented in that card. So when you drink your water, put that compassion, that self-love, compassion, put your heart into that water, visualize it going into that water, and then as you're drinking it, saying that love, that compassion flows through my body. It purifies me, and I release and I let go. And I mean, and there's that beautiful greenish blue color, and there's the pink.
Yeah.
So those colors of the heart chakra.
Okay. Well, you better get going, young lady. It's 1:15.
Yes. So
So
thank you
happy
again.
birthday.
Thank you. Sorry, everybody, I
Yeah.
couldn't get to your readings, but thank you again, Terry, so much for having me. It was a pleasure, my dear. And you'll have to come back on my channel probably in January if you have any openings. So,
Yeah. Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome.
Alrighty.
Okay, dear.
Bye, everybody.
Good one. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hello again. It's just me. Okay. So, Sonia, asking the gods and goddesses. Um, Sonia, I'm getting that it's the goddesses of 10,000 names. So if you felt constrained by role, name, identity, and are wishing for assistance in growing beyond it, or if you've sensed a new role or identity calling you into greater expression and would love some divine help in this growth, this oracle indicates that you need is already within you. And yeah, so this is the same as what we were talking about earlier um, with Aaron. You already have everything inside you that you need. And so does your daughter. I know that you wanted to talk about your daughter earlier. She is a divine being. So when you give her energy, recognize her as a divine being, as a divine light. I know this was a big thing for me, and I am still working on it with my young adult children. Seeing them as divine beings and not seeing them as, oh, poor you, this happened or that happened, right? And not seeing ourselves as something that happened as well. So to us, but walking in your light and your freedom and your strength, like, calling in your 33 trillion angels and walking with them behind you. Oh, Sheridan, yes. Heather is Indigo Jaguar Intuitive. That's her channel. Yeah. So if anybody can put that up, that's great for Sheridan. And then Aaron, I saw what you said earlier. Oh, thank you so much, Rossi. You were way ahead of me. Um, um, Aaron, you were hoping to get outside help on that and you're needing it. And everybody here chime in with that if you want to too. Because there's so many people here ready to help you. And finding what you want. But finding that, uh, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I've got somebody coming on the channel, Sharon Mullen. And there's a lot of times that we've been doing everything spiritually and emotionally. We've worked with therapists, we've worked with, intuitives and prophets, gurus, whatever. But sometimes we need a little bit of physical help too, working with the neural pathways, because we are somewhat on the 3D planet still, and we are working with the brain that is interconnecting now to different things, and there's a lot of tricks with that. There's a lot of ways to do that. Telling yourself a new story, things like this. I've got a couple of ladies that I bring on that help a lot with that. But Shara Mullen is going to be on, I think it's next week on my channel. And she's amazing. She is just amazing. And she's really good with this, with letting go of those feelings of inferiority or thing. And a lot of times those are trauma based, whether it's genetic trauma, ancestral trauma, or from epigenetics, like with so much chaos going on right now all over the world. It might trigger something in our genetic being. It might also trigger something that happened to you before. So, and that's not your fault, right? There is no fault. There is no judgment. There is no shame game in that. So just knowing that there are ways to heal that. And some of them are, your words and what you tell your brain. And when your brain starts clicking into that, it really changes things. So come by and listen to her. There's also somebody, Rachel Grant, and she has a great show on YouTube, and she does a lot of sessions, work and stuff. So on healing the inner child. So, what's everybody saying? Teresa Ford saying, Lori Hensing, this humming is so odd. LOL, I think I'm getting used to it now that I'm 61 and almost done doing it. Yeah. Well, everybody have a blessed day. Yeah. Viviani, what channel were you on? I want to know too, because I want to watch it. Oh, you were on Dragonfly Crystals. Okay. Viviani was on Dragonfly Crystals. So I want to go watch it. Yeah. It is so a mortal flesh body aspect that we still have to fix. Like, years of therapy, years, all sorts of other things. And then you figure out, oh yeah, my brain's still operating in this manner. There's something else to do. Oh, Mary at the Rustic Raven is really good too, Sherry says. Okay. Excellent. Well, blessings to everybody here. And thanks for putting Heather's channel up. And we will see you soon. So have a great one. And I'll be back tonight at 8:00 on Allie's Heart and Soul Connected. And bring your dreams or any worries about spirit or anything. We've got Carolyn and Peter Booker that are, it's not the right name for them, but ghost catchers, I think is what they call it, ghost catching, but completely intuitive. Their mediumship skills are out of this world. And of course, Alice, she's amazing. And then Diana, oil painter, is going to be on, and Callie, healer. So lots of talent there. Lots of talent here. So have a great one every day. Namaste. There we go. My lights.